Form unity. Survivors ready. Go! You're not at home anymore. You're on Survivor.
Hey guys, welcome to the Gedunk. I'm Josh.
I'm Billy.
And I'm Ashley.
And today we are talking Survivor Season 43. It's back.
43.
And in Fiji
no.
again.
Well, Fiji's a great host country.
I think what happened is I think they just said, screw it, we're just going to buy this freaking island, and then we're going to host Survivor on it every season now.
What is this, like their pandemic quarantine?
Yeah.
They took like 30 people, put them in quarantine, and be like, we're just going to do the same thing.
Again and again
Maybe.
and again. Yeah, exactly. Although these people have seen season 41 because they mentioned Jonathan in it. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they have.
mentioned Jonathan.
You're
Yeah,
right.
so they've seen season 41. They probably haven't seen season 42 or whatever that one was.
Yeah.
No, Jonathan was in 41, wasn't he?
No, he's in the last one.
I don't even remember.
So that's a
Well, they've
huge
seen it.
advantage if they've seen that.
Yeah,
one.
they've seen
a
it.
huge
Yeah.
advantage.
Oh yeah, no, they've seen it, so they know what's going down. They know the game on the Fijian island.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Yeah,
Because now they know what's up they should know what's up when they go to the little
Exactly.
island
They
and
do.
everything else.
Yeah, they even talked about that. They're like, look, we've all seen, because the people that went, they were like, I know they've seen the other episodes. They know what happens on this trip, and I can't just come back and say, oh yeah, I went fishing.
That's why they're not even lying. They're
Yeah.
like, here's the deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
So I don't even know what I think. I don't even know what I think about that.
Glad
It's like,
I'm here, guys, to add the contribution.
It's like the fact you've done this 3 seasons in a row now. Everybody knows the game. They know what's up. There's nothing to hide really yet. Not yet anyway. Season, episode 1 is nothing new. There is nothing new in this first episode.
All I know is Cody spent part of the money, so he needs to win this thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'll be honest with you, I've already spent part of it, so I really need $1 million.
I get
I
it,
thought
Cody.
that was funny.
Dude, but what I do
get it.
I do like about Cody though is he's like trash talking salesman, and then he's a salesman. He's like,
That's hilarious.
Can't be trusting no salesman.
We gotta get them out. They're a
Yeah,
salesperson.
salesman.
You know they're shady. They can't
Yeah.
be trusted.
Yeah, and
What
he's
I'm not
having-
telling them is that I.
What an
Yeah,
odd
sure.
thing too, like the salesperson.
Oh,
They're the con men out there.
There is a stereotype with salespeople, like manipulative or BSer.
I'm listening, but that's the facade that is
That's the salesperson.
the salesperson.
Oh, yeah.
And he's literally selling this
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah, I mean,
to
what a
them.
great strategy. I was like, holy cow, man, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I like that, man. I
I
thought it
don't
was
see him
funny.
going very far though. He's gonna rub people the wrong way.
No, I think he is kind of
Pretty
rubbing
quick.
people the wrong way a little
Yeah.
bit, but
Pretty quick.
that's a great strategy. I like that, man. We
Yeah.
get these salespeople out of here.
What do you think about this cast?
I think it's okay so far. I tell you, the last couple of seasons, I know right off the bat there were people that are like, yeah, I can't stand that dude. But this one so far, I haven't found that person. I mean, we got another person who I think is kind of like Romeo, the Geo Cat, because he's just very weak. He couldn't carry the box in the first, thing, and so
It didn't hamper him too much, though.
He rolled it. He didn't just quit.
No,
and
he
give
didn't.
up.
No, he didn't. The
kept
other
going.
dude had to go pick it up and carry it for him and
But
finish.
he
finish
was
line.
gonna. He kept rolling it
Yeah, he
just
did,
because he
he
couldn't
did.
carry it. He's like, I'm not giving up. I'm like, oh, I can't do this.
He didn't give up. You're right, but
You're
but
right.
I'm not
You're
saying
right,
I'm not saying I
right.
don't like him. I'm just saying he reminds me kind of Romeo in that aspect so far in the beginning.
And
But-
that was kind of interesting, that first competition, because it kind of came down to the bamboo stick trying to
Which
get
you
the key
thought
out.
would be the
Dude, that was
easiest
cool,
part.
yeah.
But I love that the red team that actually figured it out. He's like, put the flint in the bamboo, and then
Slide it off.
then
boom.
as the blue team that when
Then
she
heard.
came off, and he's like, yeah, you have to put the blue.
should've
You have to
put it.
put
Yeah, I think it was
instead.
Ryan who said, like, you gotta do the thing. And you're like, well, of course, because you just saw the other team do it.
Exactly.
Obviously, that's what you should have done.
Yeah.
Duh.
Or what about after the first event, man? You had what's that 19-year-old kid who's trying to say he's 22? What's his name?
What is his name? I don't know.
I like that kid because number one, he's smart.
Sammy.
Sammy, he's smart. He's 19. He wants to be the youngest person to ever win, but he knows that it never works out for anybody saying they're 19. So he's like, yeah, I'm 22. So he kind of says he's a little older than he is, and I think that was kind of smart of him. On top of that, he's definitely
3 years older.
Yeah, but it's still,
Well, it's
Until
gotta
he
make it
starts
realistic.
getting some mocktails later on.
Yeah. Well, and then the fact that he's kid strong. He's definitely one of the strongest physically people on his team. Then mentally he's strong too, because he's the one that figures out that freaking puzzle like that. He's like, whoa, hold on, here we go, and he figures out the puzzle that gets them their flint and all their gear off the beginning. So I thought, all right, this kid might go far if he can kind of play that vibe right. If
The vibe? The vibe,
that's
Billy?
right, the vibe.
Oh my god.
If he can play if he can play his strengths the right way without going too much into being like the hero of the group, where people are like, all right, we got to get rid of this kid.
So the first challenge they're playing for the pot, the machete, and the flint, and that's it.
Yep.
So
Yeah, nobody gets food anymore.
Yeah,
Like, nobody gets rice.
They're stingy with the rice these
Yeah,
days.
no.
So-
You don't get
They
that.
got plenty of coconuts and papaya and all that
That's
crap they
true.
can get, you know.
Yeah,
So.
they're like, fend for yourself, people.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they are showing them build their camp, where last season they kind of like skimmed over that a little bit.
Yeah, no, I like that. Well, and the fact that even like the kid, you know, a lot of them are talking about it, like, man, we watch people build the camps all the time, and you know, we think we can do it. And the kid's like, my parents kept telling me I need to work on this, and I'm like, man, I've seen it on TV. I can do that.
So easy.
He's like, and now I'm like, my parents are gonna give me so much crap for this.
Yeah.
I like when that one girl's like trying to start the fire and she's not even paying attention, and
And
then
it's
it like kind of starts.
She's like, and right as their camp's crashing down on top of them.
Now, granted, it like went out, but still.
right. She had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going, man.
And then they had to do the sweat or savvy, which we've seen, but it's a
Mhm.
little bit different. Like this season so far is very similar to last one, but they are trying to mix it up a little bit.
They've changed the games a little bit, right? I mean, same scenarios, same rewards, but they've changed the games themselves.
But I do like how the team that chose sweat, the guy came up with the strategy of
Yeah.
doing the X.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, we're going to do the X. And they got really lucky.
In 30 minutes, they found
In
it.
Yeah, the
30
blue
minutes they
team.
found
The red
it.
team
Yeah.
won the first thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
blue team decides to do the sweat. Yellow decides to do savvy.
Mm-hmm.
And they both win.
Yeah, I mean the team that does sweat did it in 30 minutes, and that was
Yeah.
kind of unexpected. So you expect these guys to be out there for hours, and
Right.
and they're giving up the opportunity to hang out with their team and strategize. But
they
it didn't really go
lose
down that way.
Yeah.
And I thought that
So-
was kind of interesting too, because I was concerned about that. You know, the ones where they're creating a new digit.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't sure if that was going to fly or not. I don't think the rules were very spelled out
They
too
weren't.
much, but
I
They just
kept
say create
thinking
the
to
highest whole
myself,
number.
he kept saying,
Yeah.
he's like, you got to make the first number a 9, obviously.
I was thinking
And
the same
then-
thing.
Yeah.
And I'm
I was
thinking to
just thinking the
myself,
same thing.
why don't they just have another like 10th digit place, like another digit in
Right.
there, and then obviously it's a bigger number. Can you do that somehow?
they didn't really put it on the screen for me to like
They-
kind
I
of
know.
decode.
Right,
like they put it
right,
on there
right.
and they take it off. And I was like, oh
Uh-huh.
crap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if we had
exactly.
paused it on the screen and we spent some time looking at it, maybe we would have figured that out.
Maybe, probably
Maybe.
not though.
Maybe.
But Sammy got it quick, man. Dude was like, hey, he's like, hey, check this out. Let's do this. And they were like, oh, crap. Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah, then someone else is like, don't put the ones there, put them here.
here,
so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of cool, and I like this one better than the triangles.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, counting the triangles, but they get it.
Well, they couldn't do that one again because they know that they've
Yeah.
already seen the triangle ones now, right? Because they've already seen season 41 and 42. So it's like, okay, we definitely cannot do the triangles because the answer's already been given away. So, but yeah, but I like the bones. That was cool. One of the thing is too now with next season, right? Is next season people not seeing this season because if they do see this season, then they can't do the bones.
Are they going to do the
So-
next season?
Oh,
DJ?
I hope
I
they
hope not,
mix
dude.
it up and
I-
they do something different
Yeah.
than like they really need like a blood versus water or something
Yeah,
different
yeah.
to switch it
They
up
need
at
a
this
theme.
point. Yeah, they need
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
agree.
I agree.
Well, they didn't do anything this season about getting them into. They came into their teams.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah.
show them on the boat in like
No.
mad dash with like gathering objects to take to the
Yeah.
island. They didn't do any of that.
In the past 2 seasons, it's been like, okay, you're competing to be on this team or this team, and what supplies you get and stuff like that. And they didn't do that.
No, yeah, this one it was just they brought them up and they were already wearing the colors of their
Yeah.
team, right? They came on their boats, already wearing the team colors. It's like,
So
okay. well,
the producers have clearly chosen these teams at this
yeah,
point.
exactly.
So they choose 3 people, just like the past 2 seasons, to go to the island and do their
I
thing.
liked how the one
Yeah.
team chose with the rock, paper, scissors, and then they counted like knuckles or something. Or
Yeah, the
fingers.
ones
I did like
Once you
that
found
where they're
knuckles,
putting
yeah.
ones or twos
Yeah.
or zeros,
Mhm.
I guess, in there. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and then they counted whoever it ends on in 43 because
Yeah.
it's season 43.
Well, and then
That was
again,
nice.
Yeah, and then again, here we go. Same premise, but they changed it. Okay, instead of walking over this hill now you got to walk out to that island out there in the water. You know, go get to that
Which
big rock.
looks close,
Yeah.
but harder to get to than you think.
And it was like Dwayne, Carla, and Mike Gabler or whatever.
Yeah, Gabler. Yeah, but they're calling him Gabler instead of Mike. You know, because
He's
you can't.
really, he's really pushing that.
Yeah,
Because
because
he says Gabler, Mike.
Yeah.
Well,
Gabler.
and
When you ask him his name, my name's Gabler, Mike Gabler.
and well, quite honestly, I bet the producers made him do that because the last season the oldest guy in the room was Mike. You know, so now you got another Mike this season. He's like, nah, you gotta go by Gabler.
We can't
buddy.
have old Mike.
That's right. Can't have old Mike. You know, 2 seasons in a row. This one's got to be. You got to go by your last name. You're Gabler.
And I did like how they did this with the picking, right in front of everyone instead of doing the wheel thing.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a little bit better.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I like that they picked from the bag based on how many, and then they don't figure it out until they go back.
Yeah, exactly.
Now both of them go back and tell the truth.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they didn't have a choice.
Nobody lies.
They didn't have a
They've
choice.
seen it
the
before,
truth.
so what can you really do
Except
here?
the one guy who spent $1 million. What's his name? Doesn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Cody.
I'm not buying
Cody.
that crap.
I'm not buying that until he comes out and says, yeah, and
Look.
he shows him the thing.
Yeah.
I lost my vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I
and
believe
normally
now.
you get, I thought, an extra vote, but this is like immunity idol for like
Yeah,
2
immunity for 2
weeks. So
weeks.
this is
Yeah,
pretty
2 weeks, yeah,
serious.
yeah.
So
Oh,
you're
yeah.
kind of like, knowing that's what the reward is, you're pretty stupid not to even go for that.
Oh yeah.
And
I think.
And he did not keep that a secret. He told everybody
Yeah.
about it. So
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the immunity challenge, which I thought was really cool because that was like pretty extreme mud and
Oh yeah,
everything
that was
going
good.
on
Yeah,
there.
Just digging underneath the
Yeah.
log and all that stuff, man. Yeah, that was good. I like that challenge.
Yeah, and it
Me
was kind of
too.
interesting too. Even after the challenge, like people were still covering mud. I'm wondering
Yeah.
why they didn't clean themselves off
Well, they
before they had
finally did-
all these conversations.
Well, I mean, they finally did show them in the ocean cleaning themselves
Yeah.
off and stuff, but it took a while. You're right. It took a while before they
Yeah.
got to that point. But yeah, that was a cool challenge. And I thought all the teams did pretty well figuring out like, okay, we need to get everybody over the wall in this certain order. Get a couple strong people up first, pull everybody else up, or get some agile people up there first, or whatever. So that for the most part. Except what's his name, dude? His pants falling down. That was
James,
hilarious.
I
Holy
think,
crap!
right?
James.
Yeah, James Drawers just kept coming down, man. I don't
just
know.
take him off.
I was
That dude
rolling.
needs
Just
a
take
belt
him off.
or something.
man.
I don't know.
Just take him off. He's like, take your damn
Yeah.
drawers off.
It
Just climb
seems
up
We've
true.
there.
seen-
He's lost
Yeah.
so much weight
Yeah.
that he can't keep his pants
We've
up.
seen people in underwear before, so
Yeah, exactly. I mean, last season, most of the dudes are like standing around in their
Yeah,
underwear the whole
just
time,
take
right?
'em off.
Yeah, you might as well just hang out in your underwear and not.
he
even worry
has
about
no
it.
chance if he loses weight. Like if he
Oh, yeah.
stays on this show for a couple weeks.
So, yeah.
Can I get some new pants, please?
Or
That's what he's gonna say.
Right.
And like one person slipped trying to get up over the wall too, and
Oh,
like their
that was-
junk was
they-
like right in someone's
Right
face.
in their face. They
Yeah.
came at it aggressively. They're like running,
Yeah.
jumping, and then
Gabler,
it's
that
like
was Gabler to
boom,
do that, yeah.
junk
Yeah.
to the face.
And
just like that.
and I also like that they got to choose their puzzle kind of at the end,
Yeah, that
like
was
which
cool.
one.
Yeah.
So that was like a new element that I thought was really cool too.
Yeah, and I was with them when the first team chose the maze one because
Oh, you got to do the maze
Oh yeah,
one.
man. Oh yeah, because that was like by far the easiest one because the only gap was at the very end whenever when it comes out, and
Now the straight shot, they eventually got
Yeah.
the
They figured it
approach
out
right
finally.
to that too, where like they tilt it back to like
Uh-huh.
hold it against the wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if they would have figured that out earlier,
Earlier,
who
they'd
knows
been
what
gold.
could have happened?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
pretty interesting though.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge is definitely cool, but again, still the same premise across the board, so far. And I'm not feeling it because of that, man. I'm just, but I do like the cast. I mean, I think everybody in the cast is cool so far. There, I think for the most part, everybody's pulling their own weight. Nobody's being too lazy. I don't think.
Yeah.
So I did appreciate that.
I haven't seen anyone that has like a crazy good strategy yet though.
Nah, yeah, no, it's too early to figure that
I
out.
have a favorite.
Oh well, we'll get to that. But
I have a favorite.
red wins followed by blue, and then yellow loses, so they got to like kick someone off. And yellow's probably the
Yeah.
least put together at this point, as
Yeah.
far as like no one's talking about teaming up with
They're
anyone.
very
Yeah.
kumbaya. They're very just a
And they-
happy
and they talk about that,
tribe.
yeah.
No one's really gunning for anybody else. And now it's like, okay, we got to.
Now it's real. Now we got to figure this
Yeah.
out. As Sam says, he said, Sam's
We
like, oh
kind
crap,
of
now
had
it's
the
real.
girl alliance form, and then
Mhm.
tried to bring in the one guy into the girl alliance, but then he's like kind of in the middle. And
Was
then there
James they tried bringing a girl? in?
Well, Owen's talking to a lot of people. He's talking to Gabler, like, "Hey, if I
Yeah.
hear your name, I'll let you know."
buddy, yeah.
But like, no one's really reciprocating too
Mhm,
much for
yeah.
him.
right. Well, and he becomes a target because he's a stronger dude, and you know,
Well, the girls are thinking like maybe we need to do a girls thing, which
Yeah.
you know
Oh, yeah.
happens.
Mariah.
Oh, Mariah.
Yeah, she says she wants to like get out Owen.
Yeah, Owen. Yeah, she wanted
He's
to get
got the
Owen out.
list over here.
Yeah,
It's not fair.
Mariah said she wanted to get Owen
She
out,
wants to get out Owen.
but she didn't realize that
And-
everybody else plotting against her already.
And that's the problem is that Owen's the strength of the team. And this is week 1, week 2. You can't get rid of the strength right away. And so they wanted to start a girls thing, but then the rest of the girls are like, well, we can't get rid of the strong guy.
I
So
think
then
strength
they
is
turn on
smart
Mariah.
too,
Yeah.
because that just keeps your team safe and like let's work as a team and not have to worry about tribal council if we
Right.
can't help
Exactly.
it.
Because then we get to the split and freaking then we'll worry about it then when that happens. But right now,
Right.
And
Yeah.
Mariah's the one with the rainbow colors, like her hair's rainbow colored. She's wearing rainbow earrings.
Call her
Her
rainbow, right.
outfit
Everything's
is
rainbow,
wearing
dude.
her nails, so she's really leaning into this thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what kills me about this though, man. Like if I knew I was going on this show, and you know how dirty those people get. Number one, I'm cutting my hair short. My hair is already short. And I'm shaving my freaking face. I ain't going in there with this long ass beard to get all dirty and nasty and all kinds of hair on my head and all that. No, man, I'm going in there clean shaven, clean cut, so you ain't got to worry about all that crap. Now, you got people in there like her, man. Her hair is long, long crap, all colored. And you got other people in there with long hair. I'm like, what are y'all doing, man? Hell no.
Well, some people come in there wearing like professional attire sometimes, like
I
for
do
like a
hear
theme
the
or something.
producers have something to do about that
I'm
when
sure
it
they
comes
do.
to the themes.
And maybe
stuff.
she's trying to
Yeah, 'cause
stand out
like-
more with the rainbow colors, and that's
Of course
being
she
her
was.
thing. But
It's like, who the hell's wearing blue jeans on a freaking island when you're coming, when you're getting out, off the boat? And there are a couple people had like jeans on and stuff. It's like, come on now. But I think you're right. I think producers have something to do with that.
They do.
they're probably going wearing Crocs, some kind of like water shoes. I don't know.
What'd you think about the what's the lady's name with the one leg?
Oh, the Paralympian
Noelle?
girl. Yeah,
I
she
think
was
her
Noelle?
name's Noelle.
Paralympian.
Yeah, because she has
I like her. She
a
seems
couple
cool so
different
far.
attachments to that.
I mean,
leg.
she did say like it's the best thing that happened to her losing
Yeah.
her leg, which
Well,
I
she's
don't
got the
know,
world record
but
for the 100
I'm
yard,
sure
100 yard dash now. world
I
record
do
in
like her
Paralympics.
attitude, and I
Yeah.
like how she doesn't let much hold her back, and I think that's cool, and that's a good
Mhm.
attitude to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And
I'm
it does-
rooting for her
Yeah, and that
so
leg,
far.
And so far, she's she's been playing very well in this first episode. That leg hasn't held her back at all, and she's been
No.
one of the stronger
She's
people on
pretty
the team.
aggressive out
Yeah.
there,
Oh,
like
yeah.
running into the water and everything else.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
who's your favorites at this point?
The kid who was born with cerebral palsy.
Oh yeah. What's that dude's name?
He's my favorite. I think he's
Who was that? Is
Ryan.
that Ryan?
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah.
He's the
I-
one who did the sweat thing.
He
and figured out
decided that the X, I
X,
think
right?
he's got the strength. I think he's got the smarts. I think he's got the social game.
Yeah, I like that kid.
I really think he's going to go far.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite yet, but I like that kid. He's good. I like Sammy. Sammy's good. Like I said, there's nobody yet that has rubbed me the wrong way where I'm like, you know what, I just don't like that person. So it's too
Yeah,
early.
but there's no one you like either. So
Yeah, it's too early to say, who I think is, going to be the best bet to win. So
It's too early for you to say. However,
that's what he said.
however, aren't you proposing to our
Jeez.
viewers some kind of contest here?
Oh, that's true. I am. I don't. If somebody guesses they're out of this first week, man, super kudos.
Yeah.
But
Might have to up the reward if someone does
Right.
yeah, no kidding. Yeah, if you can guess it this first week, maybe we'll sweeten the pot. But as you can see, our nice little tiki glasses here. So, starting today, if any of you viewers can guess the winner before the merge, first place person gets a $25 Amazon gift card and a tiki glass. And then the next 9 people after that each get a tiki glass. We're going to win 10 tiki glasses and a $25 Amazon gift card. So, but before merge. After merge, deal goes away. All pre-merge. So good luck.
Good luck, Ryan.
So you got no one you're rooting for yet. Right now, if you had to pick, gun to your head, who
Nah.
you choosing?
Yeah, no, I don't have anybody.
I'm picking Ryan. Who's coming with me? Who's
I mean,
coming
Ryan's
with
a
me?
good. Ryan's a good bet. Like I said, I think Sammy's a good bet right now. But it's too early for me to decide.
This is
you know,
like
it
the
really
Jerry
is.
Maguire thing. You
I
gotta tell
yeah.
the people where
Or
to
Pick
go.
Noelle.
somebody.
Or
I'm
Noelle's-
picking
Noelle's a
Noelle
good bet, yeah.
because I
Which
like her
one's Noelle?
attitude. She's the one with missing the
the
leg.
Paralympian.
Come on now.
All right, cool.
Yeah, the Paralympian. Yeah, no,
I like
I mean, I don't
Noelle.
know if she's gonna win, but I like her attitude,
I like
and
her attitude.
I'm interested in seeing how far she goes.
Yeah, she's got
So-
definitely a good attitude, man. And she's good, and she's competitive.
But
you know?
but generally, I like the people
Generally?
who strategize the best,
yeah,
and I haven't
generally,
really seen that yet.
that's
And
true.
I'm waiting for someone to.
I
to
believe
do that.
Ryan strategized with the X.
Well,
That was a
that's-
strategy.
I mean, you got to dig somewhere.
right.
You know what I mean?
He'd have been digging for 5 hours.
Well, so I mean, well, if that's the case, and so did the person who said, "Hey, stick the pole in the freaking flint." You know, I
It
mean,
was probably Ryan who said that.
it very well might have been.
No, it wasn't because he
Oh. No,
didn't win.
actually,
That's
he's the
okay.
one who said it. This,
I think it might have been Carl or something. Was it Carl?
Carl.
Comeback Carl?
Who's Carl? We don't know who anyone is.
Yeah,
yet.
we're still trying to figure out all the names. This is episode 1, man. There's a lot of dang people.
Give us a break. We'll figure
right.
it out.
No, I meant Cody. I said Carl.
Oh,
but
Cody.
I
No,
meant
I think you're right. I think it
It
was
may
Cody
have been
that said
Cody.
do it. I think
But
I
I
think
could
it was
be wrong.
Cody.
I
I think it
don't-
was Cody who said do it.
the
Yeah.
surfer guy that's
Yeah.
that's throwing salespeople under the bus, even
But-
though he is one.
So we get to the vote out, and and they do this every single episode. You know, they make you think it's one of 2 people, right? And it starts to lead you to believe it's one person, then it starts to lead you to believe it's another person. But then the fake out happens, and it goes back to actually being the first person they talked about to begin with anyway. You know, so I'm
Yeah,
kinda-
well, I mean, her name came out pretty early.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
I mean,
She
that kind of
didn't know,
sucks
but I think the rest of us
because
knew.
she didn't really do anything to deserve it. But
But she is definitely one of the weaker team members on the team, so I kind of get why they did it.
I
But
don't know that she was weak. She went for Owen, and everybody else was like, "We're not ready to get rid of Owen."
Yeah.
So
that
if
may
we're
have
not
been a
going to get rid of
mistake
Owen,
to
we
go
got to get rid of
against
you.
who
Right.
they don't want. Yeah, I don't know.
I think
It's
that's
always
how
tricky.
it played out. To be honest with you,
but I will tell you what, man. After Noelle get voted out, dude, or no, not Noelle. I can't think of her
Mariah?
name. Mariah. After she gets voted out, like her, at the end, she was very, very much a very good not sportsman. Yeah, like her little interview at the end was great, man. I thought it was great the way she talked. And she's
Very
like, hey,
classy.
man, it was very classy,
Yeah.
and that was great. I was like, man,
I'd actually like to see more of her, but
yeah, and that's the kind of and that's the kind of people you like to see on the show, right? You like to see classy people who are like, hey, it's a game. I
Well,
got voted out, but God bless them, and I hope they all do well.
I
you know?
like that she went in. She's like, I'm here to make friends and have fun and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So
and I do feel bad that she didn't get to do that. She
I
didn't
know,
like
it sucks.
she didn't stick around to make the friends. That's what she came to do.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if you
Yeah,
at
she's
least make it
definitely
2 or
and
3
it's
weeks, you make good
everyone's dream to
friends.
be on the show, but someone's got to go first.
Exactly,
so.
exactly. People got to go first.
And that's the thing. That's why you need a strong team. That's why I'd be on board with let's
Right.
let's
Someone's
build a
gotta
strong
go
team.
first.
So because
Yeah.
I don't want to go to tribal council and voting people off. So let's get rid of the weaker players.
No, absolutely.
But that's easy said, I guess. Unless you are a weak player, then you got to divert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what makes a weak player? That's the thing.
Well, it's normally
Outwit,
strength, but it can be like your
Outlast
mind.
and outplay.
Yeah.
So there's different factors.
There's
to it.
that nurse chick that kind of screwed up twice, but guess what? Her team didn't lose, right?
Yeah, which one was it? The blonde?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't get the bamboo key off
Yeah.
initially, right? And she
And
was
then that's
way
when-
ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they told
She
her.
struggled
like,
on the
hey, you gotta
second
put
thing.
The flint in the thing,
Right,
like
yeah, too
like
late,
they
yeah,
did.
that's true. I heard them say this. So
Yeah, that's what you should have done.
And there's some
Darn.
good stories so far. Like
dude,
the one
yeah.
girl lost her sister, which is
Mhm.
obviously that's very sad.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of kids from disadvantaged families that are in here that all like have PhDs and managed to.
Oh yeah, the guy who was
Yeah.
in the gang
He was
who
in the
who has a
gang,
PhD. That's an awesome story.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of good stories in this for sure. A lot of good backgrounds from these people, and
First people to graduate high school, first
Yeah.
people to graduate college in their family, and like
exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
nice to see that people can
But yeah, but his background,
progress
that's
outside
for me,
of
man.
whatever is holding them back.
His background is cool as hell, man. To go from being a gangbanger, he gets locked up in juvie, to getting out of there, getting into Harvard, right? Kid got into Harvard, and what was the other one? It was Harvard and
Was it
another.
Berkeley or something? I don't
No,
know.
Or maybe it was Berkeley, or it was
I don't know.
Berkeley.
I don't know
I
if
don't
it's
know about
Harvard.
Harvard, but I think it was Berkeley.
Maybe it was Berkeley. Either Berkeley and then another big name school after to get his
Yeah.
PhD.
Duke,
in.
I think.
Yeah, maybe it was Berkeley and Duke.
Someone said Duke. I know.
But it was like, damn, that kid is like, and be the first, and had the highest score ever out of the the kids in juvie hall who was taking
Yeah.
the test and all that. I was like, man, good on
it's
you,
awesome.
kid. Good on you.
It's an awesome story.
Yep.
So
Good
yeah,
stuff.
I'm kind of rooting for him too, just because of that.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I like
Yeah, I
that kid.
like
that's
him.
cool. There you go.
So far, it's same the last 2 seasons, but we do have a good cast, and I am kind of looking forward to see where this goes.
I hope they don't go crazy with the idols like they did in the
Yeah,
last
yeah,
one. That was kind of
that
nuts
was
for a little bit.
that was and maybe they'll cut down on that a little bit, but we'll see. But again, here we go. We got immunity idols already right off the bat, which we didn't have last season.
But they only last for 2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
But the
only
first
lasts for 2
one,
weeks.
that initial competition had
Yeah, the hidden thing where the
yeah,
yeah.
mhm.
They
They didn't do
like
that,
the
so
hidden
maybe
ones.
maybe they're learning, maybe
Yeah.
they're listening.
And then maybe you got people wondering if that actually happened or not. Like, I wonder if they.
Yeah, if I'm in a competition
Yeah.
at this point after watching a previous season, I'm looking
Mhm.
around at
Like,
everything.
those people
You'd be
that
like,
went on the
you
run.
three, you
got
going
the
off
boxes, y'all
camera?
got the
I didn't
boxes."
see it. What's
Yeah.
going on here?
Hey, makes for good TV, I guess. But all right, guys. Well,
Don't
hey,
forget about the giveaway.
yeah, do not forget again. Pre-merge. You want that $25 Amazon gift card if you want some cool little tiki glasses, and pick the right person, all right? And one guess per person. You can't be like, oh, okay, I think it's gonna be so and so, and then like, oh, maybe it'll be so and so. Get one guess. That's it.
So it's like Survivor. It's a waiting.
That's
Do you
right.
wait to get your vote
Yeah,
in, or do you get
that's
it in
right.
early to win the gift card?
Exactly. There you
Vote
go.
for Ryan, people. Who's on Team Ryan? Anyone? Anyone?
Again,
Team
she
Ryan?
pick it too early.
Who's coming with me?
Pick it too early. That's exactly what you should not do. Right there.
Well, picking too early?
Picking too early, but hey, as always,
Maybe.
guys, we love doing this for you. We always have a good time up here, joking around and just talking about the show. Please let us know what you think about it. Hit us up in the chat. We'll be glad to talk to you. And always as well, press like and subscribe, and we will as always, and we will check you guys at our next review.
See you guys.
See ya.
I don't know how I'm going to edit this, Billy. We should have done the giveaway right up front.
You might not need to edit it.
Film you? Film you?
Well, we'll make sure we say it. We'll make sure we say it. We'll make sure we say it first in the next episode.
You'll make sure.
As
You can't finish that? It's too
What are
much.
you talking about? You're like a sip left.
No, it's like one go by. I'm done, I
Yeah,
can't
do it.
Oh, we know. Because this was a train wreck.
Oh my goodness. Huh?
She sells stuff.com.
Yeah. Well, then maybe.
She sells stuff.com.
Gabe, what about Gaber? You like Gaber?
I
don't
know
like
who my
him.
winner is.
I don't like that dude.
Yeah, he's a freaking heart valve specialist, man.
Yeah, specialist.
Yeah.
What
We
does
no
that
one even knows
What
what
does
that
that
is.
even
The
mean?
agency works with heart surgeons.
Does he
the
sell the
operating
heart?
No,
Heart?
no, he said he works in the operating room with heart surgeons. So
That's what he says. Yeah.